Pressure is a privilege.
Well, I missed the 2024 Olympics by 0.2 of a point.
Expectation simply means someone believes in you.
Basically, the twisties is...
Do you believe in yourself?
The expectations have risen each year.
We're competing with the best of the best. We're gonna go for it. No excuses. We don't want people to look at us as the underdogs. It's just what we do.
How do we find that next little 1%, right? Because that's the stuff that's going to be the difference maker. That's that 100th of a tenth, right? That 1% or whatever it is. So really put some thought. Like, let's not just go through the motions when we do this stuff, right? Let's really put some thought into it. You got to be realistic and honest with yourself. Let's not just say the words that you think that your teammates want to hear or that your coaches want to hear. Let's really dig deep into this stuff. And then we got to live those things, right, as we move forward. So we do our team retreat every year. We typically go get a lake house and we'll spend the weekend there. There's some work involved, but I think the biggest thing beyond the team bonding is just really getting to know each other and having some fun.
We did a lot of like team building stuff, like how we can make the team better and like how we can improve on like energy levels and like other stuff like that.
Here I am now at Mizzou, and I also compete internationally for Finland, and I think it's just super important to have those bonding moments because you do need to have each other's backs. You do need to know them more on a personal level. You do need to have that trust aspect, especially coming into college. It is, yes, it's individualized, but coming into school, it's definitely more of a team aspect, and you are there for each other. You're competing for each other, not just yourself. You're competing for the team. You represent a team. You represent a school. So I think just those bonding exercises or team retreats are super important because you do get to connect on a deeper level and you do know those people more on a personal level, which just helps you understand them more as a person, but then they can also understand you more as a person, and that just builds so much more trust within the team, which is just a great value to have.
You guys did karaoke. Are you a singer?
Definitely not a singer.
Performer, dancer?
Maybe a dancer, but definitely not a singer.
I don't think I've laughed that hard in a while. I think my abs were sore actually after that because I laughed so hard.
If you're not comfortable with your team, that brings like tension throughout, and you should let loose and allow yourself to be the most authentic you can, especially since you're with your teammates and these folks majority of the time. To be able to be comfortable with one another is something that you should value in a team.
We try to alternate between some more fun and organic kind of activities, but then we'll also circle back to, hey, what was the purpose of that? What did we get out of that, right? And I think at the end of that team retreat, after we got some work done, but we also had some fun, we had a little kind of coming together there and asked people, hey, how do you feel now about our team? Right? And a lot of them responded, I really feel like I know this person better. I really learned this about teammate X or teammate Y, and that gives me some good perspective on how to communicate or how to trust them.
We talk about core values that we have, and it's called 𝗚𝗢𝗟𝗗 for short, and it's gratitude, unity, adaptability, and communication.
Communication is, I feel like, the biggest one of all, because to be able to communicate how you're feeling or communicate what you need is something that's very important.
We're going to go back to freshman year when we had the twisties. Just explain what the twisties is. So
basically, the twisties, well, it is a mental thing, but it is also a physical. Well, where it started, it was on beam. I would do my beam dismount, which is a 1.5 twist, and I'd get lost, and I'd do a double, spin an extra half. So this was the first time it continuously happened. It was a ongoing issue. Definitely a major hardship that I've had in the sport. The coaches and my teammates, they all had my back on that, and they knew it was something that I was struggling with, but they knew that it was something that I could overcome and help lead to the better gymnast I am now.
Okay, we're here for each other. we're going to keep this culture going, we're going to keep this team growing, and not putting too much pressure on ourselves, which we're gymnasts, so we tend to do that a lot, and we are perfectionists, and if we make a mistake, we do tend to maybe get upset or whatever, but I think just going back to those values helps us realize, like, okay, you make a mistake, that's okay. We're going to be adaptable and maybe make a change, or we're going to communicate whatever those values are. They just kind of tie in with everything we do, and I think we just go back to them to figure out, like, how to stay present with ourselves.
Anything else you want to share with us?
I'm aiming for LA 2028.
Tell us about that.
Well, I missed the 2024 Olympics by 0.2 of a point, and that was super, super heartbreaking, and that just, like, was really hard on me because it was so close, and, like, that literally was like a toe point or a straight leg, a stick, whatever. So I think that was really, really hard not making it because I was prepared going into it, and then I just knew that I wasn't done there competing internationally, and I still want to continue to try and go to the Olympics. That's been my goal since a little girl. So knowing that I was that close, not even at a perfect meet or a great meet, I just know that I have the potential to make it to LA 2028, and I'm just going to continue to keep growing and keep trying my absolute best to get there, and I feel like it's possible, and I'm just super excited for the journey to get there.